Hello, everybody. Just wanted to show you what we got going on here this morning. Um, let's blow it up. So, consequent encroachment of last week, when London was falling out of bed this morning, it went and poked it. That's the halfway point of last week. I often see that revisited so commonly that I'll go ahead and mark it on my chart. Will we go all the way back down here? Well, if I was a billionaire and I felt like we were going higher, this is where I would definitely want to buy. I don't know if we'll take out the low, but it looks like we're going to. So right now, I'm still waiting on the first 30 minutes to finish, and I'm moving my potential breaker line down as we go. We have taken out the pre-market low here. Our lowest low is right here. Ended up finishing green. So our potential breaker right now is there. We can label it as a potential. And that would be a bub, I'm going to call it. Bullish breaker. I like that it formed here, not all the way up there at settlement. I like this continued push down. I mean, you could have tried to get in on this move. I mean, it's a nice move down. But did we really have a signal? It would have been a gamble. I actually went long at settlement, thinking we would fill the gap and then go up. And we did. I was up $100 or so, but ended up losing that trade. All right, so continuing to push down. That's good. Still have 5 minutes remaining of the opening range. Should be looking at this in a 30-minute format here. It looks like one giant candle, doesn't it? I wonder how many points that is. You know, 128 points. Oh, this is a fair value gap on the 4-hour chart. I'm going to go ahead and delete it just because it's muddying up the water. But I think pre-market low as a reversal point is also no longer needed. We have settlement here. I would like to see it come down here and take out this low, put up a nice reversal pattern, and then maybe we can get back to settlement or possibly even move higher on the day. But I would like to see it trade down into this area. The PPI number was actually flat. Was not good, was not bad. It was just flat. So really can't do anything with it. But hopefully we can get some sort of a reversal pattern here. Trading down into this area would be nice. Looking at the daily chart, I marked these earlier. We have a new week opening gap right here. This actually stopped at the new week opening gap, which is the halfway point of last week too. So we opened the week with a gap down, and then we filled it. We could work into this gap a little bit more. But as far down as it wants to go, I'm going to look for a long when it gets wherever it's going. That's my plan. I did make a little money overnight Lost a little yesterday, about 1,000 away from getting this thing funded. This seems to be elusive. I'm just being very, very cautious with it. And there's also the whole thing of me reaching for, like, instead of low hanging fruit, I'm going for the highest target. I think I'm going to change that game plan up just a little bit and just try to go for maybe 20, 30 points instead of 150 points. See if we have any more breakers forming over here. Potential breakers. All right. So we made a new low, so this will be our potential breaker now. Momentum to the downside is definitely slowing. We should get a push here, though. We may come all the way down to those lows. I mean, that's a long way off, but 22.8. If we get down that far, I mean, just looking at the daily chart, we're in tight range pretty much. Look at that. So this candle wicked and took out the high of the range. So we could definitely come down and take out the low of the range. We don't have to continue up. And that's a pretty good little range there. And we have relative equal lows, but this one did take that one out. And that's sent us up to here. And the price is really moving. I'm really eager to get funded, so I took a couple of gambles I shouldn't have taken. I was up a whole lot more overnight than what I'm up right now. I was up $600. I took a trade, or I tried to get in on a trade free market. It would have funded me, and then I could be losing money on my XFA with the stupid trades I took this morning. But it was this one right there. No, this one. When we came down to 23,000, we didn't really take out a major low or anything, but we wicked down. That's our breaker. I tried to get in right here, but I wanted this candle to finish first to make sure it respected the fair value gap. So I waited for it to finish, and then I put my entry one tick above the bottom of this red candle right here. So there's the whole setup. Breaker validated, fair value gap. Waited for that one to finish, put my stop right here at 0575. And I never got filled. And it went on a really nice run. And I was doing a full mini there. I was just going to try to grab 10 points, but I didn't get filled. And then I looked at this and I was thinking, well, maybe this will be respected right here. That's another fair value gap. And so I went ahead and got back in there, but when it pulled back right here, I killed the trade. So either one of those would have got me pretty close to funding with a mini. I think I was in here. 20 points is $400. That's 21. So that would have been $400 on top of the 6 I already had. Would have been really nice. I would have been real close. All right. So we have not pushed any further down. The potential breaker is still this guy. think it's just kind of messing around with us. I think it wants to take this. Or at least dip below last week. I mean, where are all the billionaires in the room? Come on, guys. Offer lower. We have established the opening range now. We can mark it out. I'll just go to regular trading hours for a minute and a 30-minute candle. So yeah, that's our entire opening range. And this is yesterday, so this is it. This is the candle right here. So let's go ahead and put some lines in on that. All right, we'll clone it. This is where things get a little dicey for me. Is I see this level down here, and I feel like it needs to be taken. And so, the trading system I use is if a breaker validates. Have we taken out a 4-hour low? That's the question, and yes, we have. We took out a 4-hour low here. Oh, that's that one I put up there just a second ago. We took out a 4-hour low right here. I need to put on extended again. There we go. Right here, we took one out. Here, we just formed this one. That's the opening range low. And then we got this one down here. So, no, we haven't. We took out these highs, filled in this fair value gap to the downside, and then pulled way back. And then we had this fair value gap, we already filled it in, and it's a bullish that got filled in. So looking down here, we have some volume imbalance going on. That's potential. We could trade down to there, or these guys. We may have a directional day on our hands where we only go down, in which case I won't be taking any more trades. Ideally, I mean, if we're gonna go there, I'd like to go quickly, but definitely this to me is just, it's a target. I don't want to sit here till 1:30 waiting for it to take that low. The way the market's been doing here lately, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Can you imagine sitting here from 9 o'clock to 1:30 in a range? There we go. Now we're finally getting another push down. I don't guess it's going to take to 1:30 like I thought. Let's look at it in a 1-minute format again. So we have a new low. We have a new potential breaker right there. I've determined after careful assessment that I'm going to be having some sort of an allergy or sickness the rest of my life. Fair value gap to the downside. This could be the final push, or it could just be continuation. Maybe we really put on the gas and go take out those lows on the daily chart. I think to remain bullish, we just have to take this one and then continue with a reversal pattern rather. I don't. I think to remain bullish, we should stay away from these. I'm gonna get rid of these so y'all don't see them so much. A slow grind. Almost made it to the 50. Just took the bottom of the opening range. Have not taken London low. Maybe the London Bridge guys, they already placed their bets. We're not going back down there again. I was wanting to see if the London low corresponded with a 4-hour low. I don't think it does. Yeah, it does. So yeah, I would love to see that one taken out. Maybe we can get into this little stuff here because I'm pretty sure those are volume imbalances. Yeah, no, no, they're good. I would like to see us get down and take that out. I really would. But we are validating a breaker here. Get close to it. And we haven't validated it yet. Went back to round number. Took out this high. Don't jump in just yet. We got lots of candles that we need 3 more minutes before we can determine if this is the real deal. But we did validate as far as pushing above. Now we need candle bodies to start closing above, and we need this to remain open. That's a nice push up though. But I'm thinking we were just running back to round number and we're going to come back down, but doesn't matter what I think. These next few candles will tell us the tale. Do we leave the fair value gap open or do we take it out? All right, so we left a little bit of it open. Now, do we respect it? This candle needs to respect it. We got to wait for it to finish, so we got another 30 seconds. So we respected it. So our entry would be one tick above that low. I don't know if I want to do a one tick higher than that candle right there. I don't know if I want to do a mini on here, but I'll try it. I only have a 100-point risk on it, so it's gonna either fill and go or gonna stop me out quickly. Looks like it's gonna stop me out quickly. There went another $100 bill. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of confidence in this one holding. That's why I was a little nervous about it, but it was my system. I had to take it. I think we got to take those lows, but I might go ahead and try one over here with micros if we fail to get below here with candle bodies. But I don't, we already, I don't know that I'll take another trade on this one because I feel like we were just revisiting round number here. And yeah, I think these need to be taken. So we've already violated it. I'm going to delete it as a potential breaker now because we should make a new low, but our potential breaker is way the heck up here. Should have moved it instead of deleting it all. Potential bub is all the way up here now, and it's relative equal high. Bullish breaker. Yeah, I don't know that I would take another trade in this area just because this one, I mean, you could theorize lower high, I mean, a higher low rather, and we could possibly revalidate it. We haven't made a new low, so this actually still is the breaker. I'm making a mistake there. But we validated it and then we invalidated it. So this low would have to remain intact, and then we would have to revalidate it again, and then have a really nice fair value gap like we're heading out of town before I would get back in on this trade. And I don't know that I want to do it with a mini just so I can make a lot of money fast, but 5 points is a pretty tight stop. It would have got stopped out either way because I wasn't going to put more than 200 on it. But with a good entry, you can actually do that and make a lot of money without a lot of risk. But I don't know if New York session's the best time to do that. The slower market's a little bit easier time to do it. going to be ranging here. We haven't taken out a 4 hour. Now you can get in here and you can make 10 points. Maybe you can get all the way back to settlement. But we haven't taken out the 4 hour low. And that's kind of one of my requirements. I'm a higher, I like to take trades at higher time frame, highs and lows. And only when a reversal pattern is present. So I may just let this one go. I really, really, really need to get this account funded. And I don't want to deviate from my system for 10 points or 20 points. I mean, yes, this looks like a good setup, but we could also just be ranging. Because we did come down, we took out the opening range low, made a higher low. Now we pulled away with a fair value gap. Man, should I do it? Should I do it? I think we're taking those highs. They're at 03. If I could get in at 93, does that say 84? 89, 90? I'll try one. There we go. Now we need to leave this open. There goes another $100 bill, I bet you. It's almost guaranteed we're going to lose that if I don't move it down. All right, there we go. Now I will just try for these equal highs right here. I mean, I could try for settlement, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just watch it real close when it gets there. So if it takes them and pops back violently, then that would be a bad deal. I'll go ahead and move my stop to where I get at least 10 points out of this deal. That's kind of my goal, is 10 points. If it'll continue to run, I'll let it. Can you fly back to settlement just for a second? If we can get to settlement, it looks like we're going to try it. Maybe we take this high. That'll get pretty close to getting me funded, but I did lose that $100, so I think that might not quite get me there. And we could still pull back. That was 20 points right there that just now came and went. I think maybe I should have taken it. I've really been kicking myself here lately because I'll see that 20 points or whatever, and then I don't take it. And then I get, instead of getting $400, I end up getting $200. I'm going to go ahead and take it off. And I like this touch here. So that definitely is a breaker. Objective may have already been met, but I could try over here on the micros. Maybe just market buy 3 of them and try for settlement. This one's going to need to go quick or I'm killing it. You got 3 candles to make it a settlement. There's one. New high right here. Where is settlement? Is it at 50? No, it's at 20. So where am I over here? I'm at 53. I think settlement's all I'm going to reach for. And see, it's not going very quick, and we did not make a new high yet. Let's go. Got a bad entry on this too. I marked it in, and when you mark it in, you can get spanked in a hurry. If it'll get me back to green, I'm just going to kill it, and I'm going to wait for another opportunity. All right. Well, I guess we'll just lose $100 that we just made now. That's stupid. Should have stayed out. That's another thing. When I get into a trade and I make money, if I try to get back in with a smaller size or whatever, I always get spanked. Always. Like a continuation trade, or like you take off a portion of your position, scale out, and always. Well, if I don't take them all off, those 2 runners that I leave on, they're going away. Guaranteed they're going to lose whatever money they've made. So I'm thinking what I've been thinking about my strategy here is, instead of trying for this or trying for settlement, I try for 10 or 20 points, because in all of my back testing, 20 points is almost guaranteed. And if I have a clean entry on a mini and I get 20 points, that's $400. 10 points is 200. It's almost guaranteed. And like right here, it was not guaranteed because we got spanked. But it's almost like guaranteed money. I would say 85 to 90% of the time, you're going to make your 10 to 20 points. Now, if you aim for up here, the odds go down. Maybe you make it 60% of the time. It does typically go, but it's not every single time. But 20 points, you go back and you back test any of these reversal patterns. It doesn't matter if it's a 4-hour high, 4-hour low, or anything. But if you get a breaker validating, it's very rare that we don't get at least 10 points. 20 points is more common. And this one may go all the way to settlement. But for some reason over here, 3 micros, I just got a bad feel. That's all there was to it. I've kind of theorized, these levels down here, they influence me. I'm like, ooh, I'm a little scared to take a long here because of them being here. So that brings them into my thought process and my awareness. This is a good reversal pattern. It's a fantastic reversal pattern. I got in a little early, but we had a higher low. Now we validated again. This higher low is not always going to happen. Everything looks a little different, but it's worth it to try it here. You go ahead and you lose your $100 or whatever, and then get in again if it validates again. Because this is common. When I have all my little screenshots on my PowerPoint, this is a common one where you see we push up, we validate, we come back down, make a higher low, and then we roll. Now, if I didn't have these levels down here, would this reversal pattern be one that I would take and hold for 20 points or so? Absolutely it is. But with these, they were in my head, and I'm thinking, why didn't we take that low? We did take the pre-market low, which was actually this one. Yeah, that's the pre-market low right there. And so we did take it, and now here we are at settlement. That would have been my 40 points, but I killed the trade. So is it a good idea having these on here? I think it's a good idea to know they're there, but I don't know if we just got rid of those. I know we're at settlement now. That's an important level, but if we hid them and we just traded purely price action, and we had no idea any of those levels were there, would we have taken that trade? Higher low? Yes. Where would we aim? Probably this point right here. And we didn't take it. Will we? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we leave it for later. Maybe we have relative equal highs here on a 15-minute chart or something. We leave it. And we take out those lows. Maybe. Or maybe we just continue up from here the rest of the day. I sure wish I would have got a better entry. I thought we were taking this. If I would have got a better entry on those three, I mean, how close are we? How is it we could only have $406? Man, we're still a million miles away. I don't believe I'm going to be able to get there today. I mean, I could take this trade and say we're going, this is as low as we're going. We're never going any lower. All the way through the opening range. Let's look at that 15-minute chart. We took it. We've left this. Will we take that? I feel like I missed an opportunity there, folks. So if we don't take that high and we do come back down to this breaker, do we go ahead and take a long for that high? Or would you go long at round number and say, we've hit bottom. We're going up the rest of the day. These levels are still in my head down here. And after that massive sell-off we had yesterday, I say the only thing we can do here is say, this is our breaker on the bearish side. And if we validate it, we could go short again. I mean, we could go short. But we haven't really moved enough, far away enough from settlement that I'm convinced we won't just return right back to it. Little fair value gap right there. I'm going to go ahead and try. And I don't know. I want this to be the reversal of the day and we go all the way to the high of the opening range. I'll go ahead and get in. Maybe. If it'll fill me. There we go. We're filled. But I want this just to go to the freaking moon. That's my hypo. We go here. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to take those lows first. But I've got to trade my system. My system says we left highs right here, equal, almost equal highs right here. So at least here, I would say we're going. Why didn't we take that high? We needed to unseat. If this validates, then I'm out. That's at 83. Where's my stop? I think my stop is going to stop me out before it gets there. My stop's at 99. Yeah, if we get back down to 99, we're done anyway. And we're there. There goes another $100. So now I'm down to $300. I can make money and then I lose it all trying to get back in on a move. I just need to lock out for like 15 minutes or something and not take another trade on this setup. I think this one's already. I don't like that we didn't take that high. I think we're leaving it for later. I think we're coming down here. And then we'll go run up there. But, ultimately it's, do you feel comfortable taking the trade? this one may end up working out in my favor. I just didn't have a big enough stop for 5. And it's looking good now. But on 5 of them, $100 is just 10 points. Anybody have a fast forward button we could push? We can see what's going to happen next. Nope, nothing. Here's the 15-second breaker. Right there. See how that one corresponds on a 1-minute chart. I'm going to try 3 short at round number. And I'm going to aim for these lows down here. There's this 4-hour low at 9:29. I'm probably going to get smoked again. We're right here at settlement. And that's off of a 15-second breaker, which has less potential. If we get below here and we invalidate this one, I might add in a little bit more size. But I like that hypo. This one's, I think, coming down here, another reversal pattern to the upside to come take these out. That's the setup I'm seeing. But we need to start moving away from this area rapidly. We're in the 1050 macro. Well, it's 7 minutes away. So whatever's going to happen should happen during that 20-minute window between 1050 and 1110. I would like to see it go take those out and then give us another reversal pattern to get back to settlement. During the 1050. Well, looks like another $100 going out the window. Yep. No conviction to hold the trade with this setup. I don't have any confidence in it at all. Yeah, we are in a offer higher pattern, and taking out that high right above my stop is highly likely. So I'm getting out. I'm just eroding all of my profits. Hopefully, since I'm taking small losses, I can get a big win here in a minute. I'm going to be on the sidelines for 15 minutes, so I won't be taking any trades. I might just call it a day. I mean, why would we come all the way down here and not take that out? From a 4 hour perspective, it's an inside day. We did take this 4 hour low. That's the one we created with the opening range. So I guess in that regard, we're good. We could take a long here. And aim for the high. I don't know. I think something big is about to happen while I'm locked out, but that's why I locked myself out. Because I would be in on a trade right now, and it would probably get smoked for another $100. But this, I mean, looking at the trade setup now, why would we have to take that? This was a 4-hour candle. We did poke below it. And that's a good trade setup. I wanted it to take this one. Now we've taken that high and that high. Do we pull back now? Certainly wasn't a rapid rise. Didn't impress me with its speed at all. If we're going higher the rest of the day, or back to the high of the opening range, and I'm a billionaire, I still want to buy down here. I'm gonna put a limit order in right there. But I don't think we're going. I think we may just hover around settlement all day. Nine more minutes. Man, I shouldn't have locked myself out when I did because this macro's kicking in. Let's do a 30-minute. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. News? We have a news bomb? Yes. Crude oil. Wow. Crude oil. That doesn't look right. I don't think we're fresh. Look at that, man. We're falling out of bed. Mm-hmm. Come on. See if it bounces off that breaker. Crude oil inventories is really got to do this to the market. Come on. The billionaire put his order in down here. Financial juice is not refreshing very good. Man, I wish I would have taken a short up there when we took those highs. They're basically still relatively equal. They didn't take anything by more than a tick. So if we could get down in this area, that'd be pretty sweet. And we've respected this. Look at that. The fair value gap original right here. Man, oh kind, we might continue up. Probably a good thing I'm locked out. So that's the original fair value gap when we headed toward the breaker. You add in the volume imbalance there. And we wicked into it, and candle bodies have respected the breaker. Hmm. Is it an opportunity to go long? I guess it don't really matter because I'm locked out. Probably, yeah, definitely a good thing because I would be a clicking machine right now. I would be going long and praying I don't get smoked. Put it over here in the practice account and see what happens. I bet we get back to settlement at least. Fall out of bed. Yes. See there? If I would have been in my reel, in my combine, things would have been bad. Inverting the breaker, perhaps. If you look at this is 1 minute. Yeah, this will be our breaker right here. We did a fair value gap. Did we get a tick below 1450? Let's see, the high of that is 14 quarter, and the high of this one is 13. So it wouldn't have gotten filled there unless you moved it a little bit further down the chain. But that would have been, if you got in, that would have been a quick 10 to 20 points. Just a round number would have got you 10. Another case in point where when a breaker validates, you can usually grab 20 points. Mucho quico. Still respecting this. It's 11 o'clock, New York time, 10 o'clock over here in Texas. Yep, pretty glad I'm locked out. But I do like, I mean, we did push down through the breaker, but we respected this fair value gap. Every time we come down to it, we respected it. Now this is a bearish breaker right there. Pulled away with a fair value gap. We've respected it as well. Kind of in no man's land here. Could go either way. Gotta let it leave this area. That's the only viable trade. Whether it's upside, downside, we gotta get out of this area. Okay. Back to settlement. Looks like we're violating this breaker to the downside. Am I eligible to trade again? I am. Do I trust any of this movement? I like that we've respected this. I think if I can get in somewhere around here, I'll go ahead and take it. Now, where is our next fruit on the high basket? Right there. That's it. Can we blow past that? Or should we just grab 20 points and be happy? Or 10 points and be happy? The way we're ranging, I don't know. Why didn't we continue there? We just went back to settlement, then poked straight back down. I don't know. I think I'm about to lose another trade. This candle ended up respecting that thing, that breaker. Son of a gun. Okay, I hate this price action. I'm getting out. I might try it with micros, but I absolutely hate this price action. Son of a bitch. Oh, did I say that out loud? I'm just not confident in it at all. I'm going to try to get a fill on 4 micros in this volume imbalance right here. 15 quarter. It only does the dance to the downside. You know, if I'd have just held that other one, I would not have gotten stopped out, and I would be up 200 or 300 bucks now. I lost 100 or 60 or whatever I lost. It's just to me, it's not a mini environment, an e mini. Uh, it's a micro environment. I can handle a little bit of movement on micros. The other ones scare the crap out of me. All right, this should fill me here. Oh, come on. Didn't get filled. There we go. Now go back to round number. Stop me out. Sorry, son of a gun. Right there. High of the opening range. Can you do it? London close in 20 minutes. All of you people in London that have been short all day, I need y'all to start closing your positions. You think you can't make money on micros? Look at that. We're already up. We were up 100 bucks there for a second. I do a whole lot better trading micros. during the New York session. I really should just be going for this low-hanging fruit right here. But when I'm trading micros, I tend to let the trade develop more. When I'm trading minis, I want to lock in my profit right away because just one small little move and you're $100 in the hole from where you previously were. So my expectation is that we pop these highs and keep rolling, but maybe not. And the only reason I say that is because every time we tried to push down here, we respected this fair value gap. And if we can get up there, it's going to get me pretty close. Maybe I can find somewhere to add in. That's 23.90. Heck, if we can get 23.90, we can get the round number. Right? That would be what? 190 times 4, 800 bucks. I don't know. That's not going to get me there, I don't think. But maybe I can get a reversal or something, reversion to the mean trade. If we don't just pull back right after hitting these highs all the way back to the bottom of the range. Just to err on the side of caution, I'm going to take my risk off. Now, whatever this trade develops, I'm going to make 3 points. Come on, you dirty rat, spool. We need a spool here to the upside. Pretend like we've been making all-time highs. And reach for them suckers. I think a slight extension above settlement and a return right back to it's what we're going to have. I don't know. I'm wanting opening range high. Yesterday, we started into the opening range, and theoretically, it's, you go all the way through it if you have a 15-minute candle closing back inside of it once you've left. And we do have that scenario, but yesterday we made this little move up, and then the bottom absolutely fell out. So to say I am confident in this up move, I am. Just because this thing right here was respected, I am confident. And I do have my risk off just in case something happens that's unexpected. Because with NASDAQ, something always happens that's unexpected. But I'm going to try for the high of the opening range. Oh my gosh, what in the world happened? I told you. Sorry, no good. Did my 3 points hold up? I go outside for 1 minute. And NASDAQ. I'm telling you what, I'm thinking about creating a different instrument. What kind of a news bomb was this? I mean, Jiminy Christmas. Is there some kind of a big number come out? Trump farting in the Oval Office again? You're not helping me out at all, financial juice. There we go. That wasn't it. Trump asked Republican lawmakers if he should fire the Fed chair on CBS. That was a long time ago. Okay, I'm going to close this. I'm going to open a new tab. Financial juice. It's having some trouble, isn't it? If anybody else knows what caused this mass exodus, once again, respecting this fair value gap. But we did take out the low of the day right there on that rundown. Looks like my 3 points held. I was up $200 on that run. That's why here lately I'm thinking you grab your 20, 30 points and you're done. You don't have to deal with this garbage because this is all the time now. This is the new normal. So if we look at this as a breaker and this is a fair value gap, that's an entry short, is it not? If it wasn't for that damn thing right there, it would be. But it's still respecting this. I I'm just gonna have to wait till it leaves this area. There's just no other option. Stick to my original. I want this low to be taken, and I'm not willing to take a short to get there because it could go all the way back to settlement before it does. And so right now our breaker is this guy because we made a new low. Potential breaker. There's 50% a week of the week. If I'm a billionaire, that's where I want to buy. All right, we took that 4 hour low. Now, do we go lower or is that it? We do have these on the daily. All we can do is look for a reversal pattern, and our breaker's way up there. I would think, they say if the market hasn't reversed by 11, it probably won't. We could potentially push all the way down to here. I should be taking this short. Right off of there, I should have taken this short. But that scared me. I'm going to get rid of that now so it doesn't scare me anymore. Where could I get in if we're offering lower? Fair value gap to the downside right here. Possibly. And that's a big run. I mean, here I'm in profit. Everything's going wonderful. Now we've dropped 150 points. Son of a bitch. Oh, cussed again. Anything on the financial juice? Oh, here, finally, we get an update. Powell is likely to be fired soon. So, yeah, that was the news that caused everything. Futures trading used to be much easier. The news was scheduled, and you could count on being out of the market when the news happened. You can't do that anymore. It's pure thievery. Okay, I like this. I'm going to sell 5 short right there. I may get smoked, but I'm hoping this fair value gap holds and we have more downside. This is a kind of a bearish day where we could possibly take out these lows. But at this point, anything could happen. Fed Chair Powell, Daddy Powell may be fired. We got to sell off, guys. So what got me into this trade? Well, I was in a long, and we fell the hell out of bed. Validated this breaker with a fair value gap, wicked into it, should have got in right there, but I was scared of that. Now we wicked into this fair value gap. I entered, and now I'm praying for one hella downside. Why did my trade just end? Oh, I had my take profit at $300. That might have worked out in my favor. Because this is a 30-minute. So now this would be our, no, that's our breaker's still way up here. Yeah, I got $300 on that. Hip hip, hooray! But if this has more downside, I'm going to be a little. Should we try a small little downside move? I mean, we poked a 4-hour low. Going all the way down here, that would mean we are no longer bullish. I'm going to try just a couple to settlement. Take that move right back. It's 23.25. Now, the setup is not necessarily there, but when the last candle on the rundown ends up being a green candle, you can use that as your breaker. It doesn't show a shift in market structure necessarily, but if the next push down makes a higher low, it oftentimes is valid. Sometimes not. Opening range, low. Are we going to reject off of it? I should take my risk off just in case. Always take your risk off in this environment. Good Lord. The billionaire bought, didn't he? He bought when it was down here. You wascally billionaire. You wanted to go down there and you told Trump to say something about firing Powell, didn't you? If we can just get back to settle. See, micros, I'm not nervous at all. If this was a mini, I'd be nervous. I'm tempted to add here at 50. Let's see. Go to a 1 minute. Oh. I won't add. We'll just let it ride. I will add if we validate this breaker. Hey, I like that move. Holy crap, Nuggets. Look at that. Went all the way down and stopped me out again. Jiminy. I'm going to try 3 more at the breaker. 20. Maybe I should just take my profit when I see a couple of $100. Definitely taking off the risk. Man, I was seeing $700, $800 there. See how that breaker was respected there? I don't know if it'll continue to be, but at that particular push, it was. Back to settlement again, perhaps. Whistling, by God, Dixie. Okay, so now what do we do? Wait for this thing to find the bottom? We went up, we tried to validate the breaker. Now we're trying to make new lows. I gotta try again. Nope. I'm gonna let this one sit for a minute. These are at 800. Look at that, already 10 points in the hole on these three. It's just looking mucho bullish. This is at 800 even, 804. Mucho bearish, rather. Mucho bearish. Pretty much every long I've taken for the last 2 or 3 days I've gotten smoked. Gotten stopped out at break even. Really hadn't made much money. This could just be a push to 80 and right back up to round number. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my risk off. Oh, the horror. Daddy Pal could be getting his walking papers. Man, there's no telling what how that's going to crash the economy if Daddy Pal's gone. Maybe we're going to offer down to last week's low or something. Let's see what this corresponds on. We should lock in some profit, huh? We'll go to 85, 83. It could definitely come back up to 83. Okay, so And this could do it for me. Possibly. I need 500 more dollars. If we can get down there to that 800 level, it's going to be real close to getting me funded today. And it looks like we're going. It wasn't easy, was it? Lots of stops out at break even, being up $200-300 and then getting whipped. I mean, I've seen $200 or $300 profit multiple times today and get stopped out at break even. How frustrating is that? Jiminy whiz. I mean, if I would have just taken $200 profit on every trade, I probably would have already been funded. Now, this one here is starting to scare me. I don't want it to come back and stop me out. I really want it to go down there to that take profit. But I really don't see like, I don't really like seeing that green candle either. Push. Push on down. I'm going to put it that high right there. We already took that high. We don't need to take it again. This is a 1 minute candle and it seems like a 20-minute candle. Ah, make a new low, you dirtbag. Ah, yeah, 500 away. Do we believe this push back up is a reversal? That's it. We're never going any further down. Look at that son of a gun rip. Glad I was trailing. This is volatile. So 80, maybe we go to 80 for more down. Maybe we go to round number for more down. Maybe we leave it alone and catch the way back up. We need 500 more dollars. I think if I would have put on a 5 spot instead of a 3 spot there, I might have been having it already. All right, there's 80. And that fair value gap got wicked into. I'm not convinced. I think round number is a good spot for a reversal. But these continuation trades to me are yeah, kind of scary. This green wick right here, wicking to the bottom of it, that would be right at round number. I'll try one there. I got a bad fill, but with micros, you have a little more leeway on your stop. Let's take off our risk. Uh-oh, too late. Surely we don't want more than round number. Uh-oh, uh-oh. We do. I got a bad feel on that. I did a market in and I shouldn't have. I mean, at this point, where do you find a? It's just a gamble if it's going to go back down or if we're going to the moon from here. But I can't imagine getting that close to that low and not going back down. But oh shit. Well, there goes 200 of my dollars I just made. That's why I don't need to be joining these moves at Jiminy Christmas. I could just kick myself right now. Continuations for me suck. I can't do them. So where could we possibly get involved in this and have some sort of an idea that we're not going to go all the way back up to settlement before we hit this son of a gun? That really sucks. Now I'm $700 away again. Jeez. That's an 80-point rip to the upside. It's just a liquidity grab. They're stopping everybody out that's been short and moving, trailing their stops. It appears as though, I mean, this is our fair value gap here, our initial one, right up here at 52. That could potentially be a spot to enter again short, corresponding with bounce off the opening range low. Or maybe we just go all the way to the all-time highs right now. I like the volatility. I do. I just don't like losing $200 on three freaking micros in the blink of an eye. So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff for a minute and just clean this thing up. That's opening range low. We'll keep it on there. But I'm just going to frame in this fair value gap we had to the downside here. Now, looking at this, I mean, those are relative equal highs. Is that where we're going? If we were to find a breaker, it's way the hell up here, 100 points away. Jiminy Christmas. See if we do a 30-second. Can we find a breaker? Nope. All the freaking way up here, too. And would you really think, oh, yeah, we're going long without, we're going to go to the moon without taking these? NASDAQ, I don't like you. Don't like you at all. And they're like, wait, maybe Daddy Powell isn't going to get fired after all. Let's go back to the moon. I mean, that is a turnaround right there. Good Lord. Who could anticipate that? 117 point down and straight back up. 117 points. And now it looks like we finally had a pullback. But these are gigantic candles. These are 20-point candles. My stop is only 20 points. I think if I have any opportunity at all to get this thing funded, I feel like this is a liquidity grab. I feel like These need to be taken, and then I want that to be taken. That's what I want to happen. That's what I'd like to see happen. Are we going to leave these? Take this, and then go take those? Maybe. At this point, I'm baffled. At this point, on this gigantic garbage, our breaker is right here to the downside. So it's almost invalidated. And our fair value gap that occurred after the breaker is right here. It's definitely been invalidated. The only thing is, we're 120 points from the breaker. On an extremely bearish day. I say if this thing is respected, we go short. Again, with small size. 25 point rip up, rip down. Even one micro, that's 50 bucks. Jeez Louise. I should change the color on this because it's bearish. I would like to see this wicked into, maybe even touch the bottom of the opening range, and then give us a rejection. I'm going to consider this a run on liquidity. These are just giant. I mean, I don't even know if I'd be comfortable taking 2 micros in this. That'd be $100 so quickly. Just gone in a 25 point candle. And that's what we're seeing. Are we going all the way back to settlement without taking out these relative equal lows on the freaking daily chart? Is that what you're going to have me believe? All right, there's the center of that fair value gap to the downside. Tapping into the opening range. I'm going to try it, 2 of them short right here, and if it kills me, it kills me. To 8 freaking hundred, and hopefully it rejects off of this thing. That's all I got. That's all I got. would have liked to have seen a whole lot faster rejection off of this thing. Like a touch and rip. Blow everybody's mind how fast this thing pulls back. Maybe I should just take my 20 points and be happy. Oh, I think this one's got some legs. I'm going to lock in my profit just in case we do something stupid. Get down there to those daily lows. That's 20. I think this one's toast. Would you go long here? We just validated the breaker. If this is our liquidity run, we just validated it right there. I'm going to move this back up and I'll just risk what I got on there. This is the breaker here. We can get rid of this. We don't need it on there anymore. But if we just now had, well, we didn't close below it. So this one could reverse and go right back up. It looks like it's going to. But we did put a fair value gap to the downside. Will we leave it or not? Not. Maybe. So that is a 38-point rip. 38-point rip. Oh my God. I should have got long. Oh my goodness. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to just mark it in here. Market 1. I'll do a limit 1. Limit buy. I'll do 2. And I'll just try to get in somewhere around here. Maybe an inversion of this guy. Right around there. I can't believe that crap. Right back to settlement. Man, that took that whole move back without taking that low. Where's the breaker? Right here. 89. 89. There we go. We'll try to get in on these two. And the speed at which I will move my stop to break even is going to make your head spin. Jiminy Christmas. Okay, we already went to settlement. I'm out. I want to take this high. I want to take the opening range high. But I'm really thinking we're going to that low. God bless. What do we do here? Breaker's the only thing. I mean, we validated this breaker just now with a gigantic freaking fair value gap. All right, it filled me on the micro over there. Now that high is there. Opening range high is here. Did Powell say that Or did Trump say he wasn't going to fire Powell after all? What happened? Opening range highs at 92. I'm going to see if he said something. Trump spokesman lawmakers Tuesday. That's Trump and Powell not planning on doing anything. So that was the most recent. I'm not planning on doing anything. Oh, okay. Well, let's go to the moon then. Jiminy whiz. This market. News is no longer a scheduled event. You could get your clock cleaned in 10 seconds. 1 second. I didn't hold true. I said the speed at which I moved my stop to break even is going to blow your mind, but I didn't do it. Come on. Opening range high. We went back to settlement already, so I'm nervous about this one. Jeez, come on. I've got a $200 stop loss on 2 micros, and I'm worried about it not being big enough. I'm also worried about it getting hit with one gigantic candle and losing $200 on 2 freaking micros again. But this is a good trade setup. We've only had a couple of candle bodies close above the breaker though, or one, and now we're trading back down into it. But we have taken a 4-hour low. We did validate a breaker. I think it's actually, the breaker is actually right here. Yeah, that's the breaker right there. Inverted a fair value gap. We could come all the way back down to here though, at 53. That is the problem. There's always a little, uh-oh, we could do this. Oh, we could do that. Oh, I could lose this trade. Definitely could lose this trade. So the breaker is here, and I don't know what this line's all about. In the heat of battle, I just marked it, I guess. I could get a better feel if we're just going to keep bopping down here. There we go. Push away. Push away, you dirtbag. Settlement has absolutely been a magnet today. So no matter how high we go above it or low we go below it, when you get a reversal signal, try for settlement. We already touched it here, so I'm worried we're not going back to it. We're going to pull far, far away and then go touch it again. Well, I would like to see us go up. We've already offered down quite a bit. Another news bomb could hit any second, Potter. You sure you want to be in on this trade? The movement, the lack of movement is awful. And I think we get smoked here. That's the biggest fair value gap to validate a breaker I believe I've ever seen. 74 points. $74 points. And I was thinking this one was our breaker, so I got in here. I should get a better feel, huh? I think it's as good as any. I think we're about to rip down, take out the lows on the daily chart. We shouldn't, but you never know. I'll stick with the system. But a 74-point breaker seems an awfully lot like a liquidity run. We left this one, and we got high of the day up here. I kind of want to go with my gut and put this thing the other direction, but I think the best option right now would either be kill the trade or and watch a while because we are not going anywhere. And I don't like being in a position this long where there's no movement. It's been 10 minutes, basically nothing. And I'm entered in a bad spot. Okay, here we go. Oh, damn it. We almost did something. We going this time? Can we get back to round number at least? Come on, NASDAQ. You know how you like round numbers. Well, at least we're staying above my entry so far, even though took out a high. Sorry, no good. Yeah, well, you're getting break even because I don't trust you for 1 second. I've only got two on, so There's not going to be a whole lot of money involved in this, but I'm not losing any. Look at that crap. Come stop me out. Well, folks, looks like I got stopped out at break even again. The only other trade I would take here is if we go back to that breaker. I'm not interested in playing this range, but I don't hate the fact that we're inverting this fair value gap, but I would like to see it come back to our breaker. This to me is just, it's accumulating. We're going to do something. We're either going to go ripping down here. Relative equal lows on a daily chart is nothing to sneeze at. And a reluctance to go higher. I don't know. I like the short better than I like the long right now, just because of the activity we've had over the last couple of days. And any attempt to push higher has failed. So this is a 4-hour chart. We have relative equal lows on the 4-hour chart. And then if we look at the daily, this low and that low are almost equal, but this one took it out. This got close. I don't know. I don't know it. I mean, we're definitely, this looks bullish, but let's call this a run on liquidity. Where the heck would our breaker be? All the way down here. Can we get any closer than that with a 15-second perhaps? Nope. We're going to have to just sit this one out. Damn it. Oh. My eyes are crossing, guys. I went outside and I couldn't even hardly see. I've been staring at the chart too long. I focus on it so intently I don't even hardly blink. You could view this as a bull flag. I don't know. Still a good ways away from getting funded. They just have to let it wait for another day here. Oh, Trump said something else. Well, um, one could theorize that we're still above the breaker. We're still respecting the fair value gap. More upside, possibly, but we are very happy in this range. If I was going to try to enter a long, I would try to do it down in this area. If I was going to try to enter a short, I would try to do it up in this area. But right now, I'm just I'm happy with the P&L I have for the day. I would love to get funded today, but dang, I don't know that it's possible. It seems to me like we've already shot our wad on this market today. We, we ripped lower just at the open. We blew out what 200 points or something like that. Yeah, well, 138 points. Took half of that back, then ripped, what is that, 200 points? 215 point rip down, took 90% of that back. I mean, that is some serious movement right there. I wish I would have had the foresight to think, wow, this is a reversal. But really, I mean, right here you could have got in on a 15-second chart, but on a 1 minute chart, that doesn't even show up until you get way up here. And then we get there and we do nothing. Nothing. So this looks bullish. I'm thinking buying right here is our best bet. But because we're doing nothing, I'm going to get rid of this. And we have a 73 freaking point breaker. I mean, about fair value gap. And that breaker's got to be 20 points. Let's see. How many is it? 31 point breaker. So if you put your stop below the breaker, on one micro, that'd be 60 bucks. I think playing this range might be okay because we are valid getting in somewhere here, but your stop would still have to be down here. So 2 micros is best I could do on that. And then is it really worth it? Unless we move 200 points, 300 points again, it's really not going to be any type of profit. You could jump in with a mini in this situation, but you're going to want to put a mini on when we're going insane with this market. Trump could say anything at any second. I don't think so. I think if we can get back down to here, I will try a vol, and that's it. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until 1:30 before I take another trade. Right now it is 11:21. Okay, so 1:30 New York. It's like 12:30 right now, almost. It's 12:21. So I would wait till 1:30 New York. I mean, I wouldn't hate buying off of this for more upside. Or at least to get back to settlement. I wouldn't hate it. But why do we dip all the way down here and not take that out? Let's look at that 4 hour again. We took this one and we took that one. I like that. We left this, but we took 2, 3, 4-hour lows with that. And right back to settlement. I'm okay with that. We'll do it right here at the breaker, which is at 52. I'll do 52. I'll do 3 micros at 52 if it'll fill me. That'll get me a little bit of money. If we get back to settlement, that'll get me 70 points, $210. Well, wrong. 70 points is 140 times 3. That's right at the breaker, I do believe. 51. 51. Yeah. Even. Okay, so yeah, if it gets down there to that, I'll be willing to take a long back to settlement. And that's 70 points is 140. That's 300. That's $510 on 3 micros. I think. Yeah. Let's set that up. Nope, wrong one. There we go. We'll put this in here to $510. I'll just put 500. That'll work. Will that get me funded? Nope. But I like the trade. This is actually a bub now. It's not even a potential bub. So I can just change that. Bub is bullish breaker. I like that possibility because we would wick down to the low of the opening range, and we could potentially go all the way through it. But I'm thinking that magnet right there is basically going to be our high. Fill me, you dirty rat feet. This looks like a bull flag. And if I lose this trade, I'm only going to be up 400 on the day. But green is good. Green is good. I got to step away for a minute because my eyes are really blurry. I got to go. I'm going to go step outside and focus on something in the sunlight. Maybe that'll help me get my eyes working again. looks like it got real close to filling me. Just didn't quite make it, huh? Man, that's close. Dadgummit. Why didn't we get filled there? The low of this one is 53, and I'm at 51. I'm going to try to get in there, I guess. But 82, 78. Yeah, that's close enough. All right. Man, that missed me by just a tick. So now 500 would be a little bit too high, wouldn't it? It would be 63. It would be, it would take that high. I'll try for it. So this high is at 45. That's probably a little bit too high. I think settlement's about all we should be reaching for here. But we could possibly try for that one. Which would be round number. I mean, 50, that's a psych level. Surely, if we can get past settlement, maybe we can get to 50. I think since settlement's been such a magnet and it pulls back every time it gets there, maybe I should just try for settlement. I don't have to get funded today, but I sure do want to. So I think we'll just move it down to settlement and just take, if it gets there, we'll take it. Sure wish I would have got filled with this dip down. I mean, that is freaking close. 2 points. 2 points, I would be up 30 points right now. No, I would be up 40 points right now. Time of day, this was at 12:26. Not bad, 12:30s. A good reversal pattern time. Being how we've been crazy, I'm taking my risk off. Even though we're awfully close, we're only 10 points away, still taking it off. I think that would still keep us below that fair value gap. No, we entered right here. The fair value gap would be here. I'm not even going to worry about it. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. I've been stopped out break even on the majority of my trades today, but the ones that I was able to hold on to, they paid off. I'd rather get stopped out at break even than lose $200 every single time I click a mouse. But I like the possibility of going to settlement here. If it goes there and if it looks like it's going there in a hurry, I might try to get to this high right here. If we start putting up some bigger candles to the upside, and get out of this high resistance liquidity type situation. I've already had this to 52.5 today, and I lost when I shorted this at round number, thinking we were going to go back down and take that low. Boy, was I wrong. So this rundown took out three 4-hour lows, and it didn't want to come down here. And I am so tempted just to see $100 bill and take it. A slow grind is better than no grind. We may take that right there and then that be done. I mean, rip right back down to settlement or right back down to the breaker. 20 points, that would be approximately. I mean, either way, it's money I could put in the bag. Will get me that much closer to funded. I'm not going to get funded today, most likely, unless something crazy happens. Yeah, I don't like this high resistance moves. Stopped at break even again. I think the only thing you can do in this type of situation is just take 10 points at a time and just or stay out of it. That's another option. I still like this as an entry. And I may go ahead and put another limit order down there just in case. I think I will. I'll buy 3 right there. If that gets taken out, 51 even. Missed it by one freaking tick. And this one here, if I wouldn't have moved my stop to break even, we would have been fine. At least for a minute or two. It went back to 81. I got in here. I don't know. I'm ending the stream though. I'm getting tired. I'm going to go lay down a while. Let this thing do what it wants to do. If it'll fill me here, I'll take it. Maybe. I think I'll take it off for now. I think I just missed my opportunity by moving my stop. So today, I mean, that 640 is not a bad day. I'm close. I'm careful. only take high quality setups. This environment, this would be a good fill. But up here, no, no. And I really don't feel comfortable leaving it on with all this trash we've been having. So thank you for watching. Maybe tomorrow will be the day I get funded. Maybe I'll do it during Asia tonight. Who knows? But I'm going to call it for now. Y'all have a good